Hello, I'm Luciano Ruas from the Brazilian Accent Improvisation, and today we are going to talk how to build consistent melodies and styles that just have triads or simple harmonies, okay? For example, for us in samba, it's very common to have just chords of 3 notes, sometimes 4 notes, but I realize that people are having difficult to make consistent melodies and good changes of the chords. And then I'm going to take one theme again that I took in another live, and I'm going to talk about the melodic part today, not the rhythmic part that is so important. So if you are interested in rhythm, please search for the other live that we talk about rhythm in melodies, okay? First thing, we are going to talk about this theme again. It's Apelo from Baden Powell and Vinicius de Moraes. And the first step and very important step is to improvise in the chord notes, okay? I'm going to improvise for you using just chord notes, and this you have to master this idea, okay? Before we do anything in a melodical way, it's so important that you play with easily, and if you can, memorize also, okay? If you are studying this theme, try to memorize it. All right, let's go. 1 2 1 2. One more time. You can do with more notes. In chords that have, for example, flat ninth, I don't use them. I just use the seventh chord, okay, to improvise. Or sometimes you have tensions. I'm ignoring them, okay. I have another important thing to do about the language to stay with the attention on, okay? After you master this idea with a few notes, with more notes, the second exercise will be to search for changing the chords finding neighbor notes. What is a neighbor note? Neighbor note, it's a note that you can move from another note for the next note with the interval of a tone or half a tone. Okay, it's a major second or minor second. If you have doubts about these intervals, you can write here in the comments, okay? But we are going to try to make a simple not I'm not telling simple, it's not the right word, but we are going to make the the shorter way you can do of the melody from one chord to another. For example, if I'm in A minor, my last note was C in my improvise. What note is near the chord of E? I can move to the B. Then I create this this way. Look here. Also, I'm sorry. I create a connection between these chords. Here, how they connect with one to another. For example, if I'm in the A note, I can move to G sharp. Okay, it's a neighbor tone for half a tone. It sounds very nice also. I'm sorry. After the E chord, we are going to G minor sixth. Let me put again the lead sheet to you. I'm in G sharp. What is the note? The note next G sharp. I can see it's G natural or B flat. But I'm trying to make the shorter way from one chord to another. I'm gonna play to you the whole harmony, but I'm going to emphasize these ways I take from one chord to another, okay? For example, in this case, D minor, D with C in bass, B minor 7 flat 5th, you have almost the same harmony, few notes changing one for another. I don't worry myself, it doesn't need attention, and it's not necessary to do short ways from one chord to another. Just play the chord notes, okay? Now I came to E from B minor 7 flat 5 to E7. And I was in B and moved to the C of A minor 7, okay? The same chord with another bass, just play the chord notes. I'm going to D. I played C of A minor with G in bass and came to D to take the chord of D minor with F in bass. Now I took A of D minor to A flat, okay, of the chord of B flat 7. I was in B minor, and in the A note I came to G sharp. Okay, I'll continue the play with emphasizing just the sound. Okay, I think it could sound boring to you hear these comments, the detailed comments. Okay. Right, let me play just emphasizing and play naturally this changing with neighbor tones. Note that I stopped sometimes because I was in a note that I needed to think when I was changing. And is this a problem? No, sometimes you don't have the solution. You don't have a note. You don't have a note, neighbor note to go, or sometimes the chords are so similar that you could repeat the note to stay in the next chord. Okay. After you do that, you're gonna have a lot of interesting sounds and consistent changes of the harmony in melody. Okay. Then I would complete with one more information that I think it's important. It's to create connections between the chord notes. You find one neighbor note to go to one from one note or chord note for another. All right. For example, in A minor, you can go to the C using B, like a. You can go from C to E. You have just one note connecting this chord. When we use connection notes inside a chord, we become to the sounds of the exercise becomes a melody, because I think in my opinion the melody it's when you join the chord notes with passing tones. Okay, let me show you. this last chorus, I tried to use an idea of imitating the melody. The melody of this song, Apelo, usually starts in a chord tone, and after that goes up and return to the chord tone. Then I did some melody inspired in this kind of motif. Look, they start in an out chord, and it's interesting because sometimes the note starts out of the chord. We can imitate both of these, for example. Create interesting motion when inverting this kind of thinking. Alright, then the improvisation I did this last improvisation I played for a longer time sounded the mixture of all these ideas, sometimes just thinking chord notes, sometimes connecting chords with neighbor tones, and predominantly I thought I tried to connect the chord notes with passing tones also. Okay, this would make your samba sound very interesting, and the melody is very similar on other sambas. I think this is the if you think how a samba composer does a samba here in Brazil, normally he is going to they aren't thinking in a rationally way. They are inspired by some other melodies they know, and they compose it singing, and they are not conscious. They are not aware. I'm sorry, about what they do in melody. But I think this is a good way to make it sound in an authentic Brazilian accent. Then that's all for today. I hope you like this video. Please press the like or share with your friends that are interested in learning how to play Brazilian music. Okay? Thanks for watching. Bye bye.